This is the amphitheater. And again, this is the amphitheater. With more conviction. Okay. This is the amphitheater. Oh, I wasn't recording. This is the amphitheater. This is the amphitheater, where Shakespeare wrote and conducted some of his most amazing plays whilst in South Africa. History, comedy, and tragedy. And that's just this episode.
The plan was clear. To reach 1,000 subscribers, we had to do something special. Something masterful. Simple, yet childish. We were going to draw a cock and balls on the navigation app. With visions of grandeur and last night's whiskey coursing through our veins, we set off.
Morning, Go fans. Welcome to another wonderful hike in Cape Town. We're heading to Kalk Bay Peak today. We're going to also go stopping at the Tartarus cave in the Amphitheatre. Come join us, see what it's all about.
This masterpiece begins with a quick roundabout trip to the waterfall to create the head, then a beeline to the coast to build the shaft, and onto the trickiest part, majestically sculpting the balls across the cliffs. First up, the waterfall.
What's that then?
That's the ocean.
After heavy rains, a torrent of tannin waters cascade over the Silvermine Waterfall. And perverts believe this was the first recorded golden shower. But on arrival, we've seen more moisture in a tea bag.
The waterfall today, boys. The waterfall is dried.
Like our friends who've had a vasectomy, this part of the penis was dry. So we cut our losses and headed down the shaft.
What's something on the overview about this one being good for flora and...
What do you mean?
Yeah. Flora and fauna.
So the name of this beautiful flower is the hydrangea papyrus because of its papery feel on the flower. Beautiful.
Once the salty sea air hit our nostrils, it was time to detour off the main path and begin sculpting.
We are now crossing the lower testicle and cupping it with our path.
A gradual ascent leads us up and onto the cliff face, overlooking one of the largest tidal pools in southern Africa. False Bay is wider than your mum, and this saucy minx got her name after catfishing horny sailors into thinking she was the world-renowned Table Bay. Can you blame them? The views are so breathtaking, it's worth telling people about. But there's one problem.
Fuck man, no signal. Does anyone have any signal?
I've got no signal.
Thanks, Baffy. Thanks for the signal.
Cheers.
Primed with Dutch courage, we're ready to take on the most harrowing section of the route. The taint.
Also, 5% fucking alcohol rushing through my veins right now.
Passing through the mountain's undercarriage, it isn't long until we stumble upon a strange dark hole.
Some guy sleeping down there.
This is the first thing your son saw when he was born.
This is the Tartarus cave, and home to one of Africa's first hominids, called Gaz. This open-plan lock up and go has a lovely ensuite master bedroom and a state-of-the-art kitchen, with stunning views over the bay and an indigenous garden. Reborn, we push through to the peak. We made it, and there was much rejoicing. But an artist's work is never done. All we had to do now is make it safely back to the car park. But this is where the wheels fell off.
That's where we should be going. We made a bit of a mistake here, but
You know that movie? 99% of it.
make sure you don't get lost.
By the time we got on the right track, the damage was done. Our masterpiece was in tatters and looked more like the illegitimate love child of Dali and Andy Warhol. But the hike was great, and we give Kalk Bay Peak 4 stars.